COBRA is a genuine oil paint of artist quality made by Royal Talons. After drying, the paint looks the same as traditional paints. A key feature of COBRA oil colours is that it is water mixable. White spirit is no longer required to be able to work with oil colours. The entire range consists of 70 colours which are available in 40 millilitre tubes, including 10 colours based on exclusive pigments such as cadmiums. 30 colours are available in 150 millilitre tubes. The well-balanced range includes transparent, semi-transparent, semi-opaque and opaque colours. Of the 70 colours, 35 are monopigmented. This means that the recipe for these colours is based on a single pigment, giving the purest results when mixing colours. COBRA is more than just paint, it also offers a range of auxiliaries. COBRA is an artist quality oil paint that is water mixable. To allow oil and water to mix, an additive is needed. This additive helps to form a stable blend of small oil droplets in water. This blend is called an emulsion. The additive is known as an emulsifier. The result is a water mixable paint that turns waterproof after drying. There are two ways of mixing the paint with water. Adding just a bit of water to the paint makes the paint somewhat thinner. When adding a bit of paint to lots of water, the result is a very thin and transparent paint, thereby achieving a watercolour effect. This transparency depends, of course, on the amount of water and the opacity of the paint used. Like traditional oil paints, COBRA water mixable oil colours can be used for all standard painting techniques. Painting à la prima, or wet on wet, means working on a painting while the paint is still wet. With this technique, colours can be mixed both on the palette as well as directly on the painting itself. The painting is finalised as long as the paint is still wet, resulting in a painting that consists of a single paint layer. You can use the paint straight from the tube or thinned. If you chose to work thinned, the most durable result will be achieved by using COBRA painting medium. The à la prima technique can be used with lots of paint in thick layers, but is also suitable to be used with small bits of paint in very thin layers. Layered painting means that a painting is composed using a number of layers. For this painting technique, you always have to follow the fat over lean principle. In the first layer, the COBRA paint is thinned with a lot of water. In the second layer, the COBRA paint uses less water. Each subsequent layer is only applied once the previous layer is dry enough for it to no longer mix with the subsequent one. The third layer is now applied using pure COBRA paint. In the last step, the COBRA paint is used with painting medium. If you do apply a lean layer on top of a fat layer, thereby disobey the fat over lean rule, there is a risk of cracking or further damaging the paint layer. With COBRA oil colour, a painting can be composed in layers as follows. Prepared ground. Lean layer by mixing oil colour with water. A less lean layer of oil colour with less water. Layer of pure oil colour. Layer of oil colour with painting medium. Layer of oil colour with more painting medium. Oil colour with glazing medium. And finally, a varnish, which is applied at a much later stage. Glazing means applying transparent paint layers using a glazing medium. The shape and structure of the layer below remains visible. All that changes is the colour. If several glazing layers are stacked, the principle of fat over lean needs to be pursued. This is why it is recommended to mix the glazing medium with water in the first layer, so that this is the leanest. Every subsequent layer should then contain less water. Glazing medium mixed with 50% water is still fatter than the painting medium or the pure paint. Always ensure that the paint dries well before continuing, as you would with layered painting. Glazing medium is transparent and fluent. When used properly, no brushstroke will be left behind. Transparent painting can also be done using pure paint. For this purpose, transparent or semi-transparent colours must be used. By applying these colours pure and thin, the shape and structure of the underlying layer will remain visible. All that changes is the colour. The application of various transparent colours over one another will result in a highly vibrant and optical mixture of colours, totally different from what would be created if the colours were mixed directly. Adding lots of water to the oil colour gives a transparent, thin oil colour, which can be used as a lean paint layer in layered painting, or for painting very transparent watercolour-like layers, causing drip effects. The more subsequent layers are applied, the more medium needs to be added to the water in order to stick to the fat over lean principle. Auxiliaries have a positive effect on the durability of the paint. They influence the characteristics of the paint and make it even more versatile in use. There are 4 types of auxiliaries. Painting medium is used to make the paint thinner, more transparent and fatter. You can also use painting medium with wet-on-wet techniques. You can use the layered painting technique, but then the fat over lean principle has to be followed. Painting medium can also be thinned with water. Glazing medium has to be mixed with water if you want to apply layers that are leaner. Glazing medium is used to make highly fluent and transparent layers that can be applied in glazing techniques. Painting paste can be considered a pigment-free, water-mixable oil paint. Painting paste makes paint more transparent without making it thinner. In this way, you can create pasty, transparent layers. In addition, you can use painting paste to increase the quantity of paint. The final result is largely determined by whether a transparent or opaque colour is used. Painting paste is also ideal for painters who like to use impasto techniques. COBRA picture varnishes determine the final degree of sheen and protect the painting against dirt and aging. COBRA picture varnish is available in matte, gloss or satin. With thin to normal paint layers, the final varnish can be applied after 6 to 12 months. For thicker layers, the drying time is longer. Make sure that the paint on the painting is thoroughly dry. With matte and satin varnishes, the spray can needs to be shaken well before use to distribute the matting agent throughout the varnish. The painting and varnish need to be at room temperature. Hold the spray can vertically. Do not point downwards, and spray forward so that a mist of varnish descends upon the painting. An additional benefit is that COBRA varnishes are odourless. If a painting needs to be varnished that is already several years old, it is recommended the surface of the painting is cleaned using a cloth with some white spirit before varnishing. In order to start painting, you need paint, a suitable ground, brushes and, depending on the technique, 1 or more auxiliaries. Furthermore, of course, water to thin the paint and clean the brushes. An old rag or tissue with which the brushes can be wiped clean is essential. There are primary colours, red, blue and yellow. Secondary colours, a mixture of two primary colours, green, orange. Violet. Tertiary colours are a mixture of three primary colours. If you're new to painting, it is recommended to start with a basic palette. The palette can be extended over time based on personal preference. A beginner's palette should consist of the following: the three-colour mixing system with magenta, primary cyan, primary yellow produces a pure green and a somewhat contaminated orange and a somewhat contaminated purple. In order to make these colours more pure, you need to opt for the six-colour mixing system. Add pyrrole red, ultramarine and permanent yellow medium. In combination with the three-colour mixing system, these produce a contaminated green, a pure orange and a pure purple. From this colour palette, a very large number of colours can be mixed. Use titanium white 105 to make colours lighter and ivory black 701 to make them darker. COBRA water mixable oil colours are also available in a number of basic sets in various packages. Each set offers different colours. A choice can be made from these. For working with pure COBRA oil colour, we recommend using a brush with a firm hair type, such as hog bristle or filament. For thinned paint, use brushes with softer hair types are also suitable, such as red sable hair and ox hair. These brushes are available in various shapes and sizes. Painting knives are used for working with pasty paints and are available in various shapes and sizes. They can be used to mix the paint. Painting knives need to be flexible so the paint can be properly processed. The most popular grounds for painting are stretched canvases. They're available in cotton and linen in various sizes. If COBRA is thinned with water, universally primed canvases are the best choice. Do you want to know more about using COBRA? Did you come across any problems while painting? Visit the COBRA website. You'll find a lot of information that is helpful in creating your own masterpiece.